So today I'm going to cover off Kali Linux and the whole point and process of ethical hacking using that tool. Now you probably, if you've watched some of my videos before, seen this guy. But that doesn't mean I'm a hacker. What I use Kali Linux for is for its intended purpose of penetration testing and ethical hacking, particularly around my own home lab services. When you're exposing them externally, you want to make sure that any potential compromise areas are patched and dealt with in a timely manner. It's also useful if you happen to be studying for a cybersecurity qualification, such as Pen Test Plus, Security Plus, any of those kind of qualifications, or even maybe you're going for a CISMP or a full CISP. Very useful tools to understand a little bit. Please do not use this in any other way but for ethical reasons, and remember that hacking is a crime. So today we're going to cover off how to install Kali Linux, and I will note this is only for your own ethical hacking and self-penetration testing reasons. I don't condone any other kind of use for Kali. However, what we're going to do is, first of all, we need to correctly download the right ISO for Proxmox. Now, when we go into download, Kali will give us the option for virtual machines. However, that's not the one we're going to want because they are based on the following. We could download that and do some work with it to make it work. However, the easiest way is just to go with the actual installer itself, download that, and we can go from there. So I've already pre-downloaded it. So what we'll do is go back over to our Proxmox, and I'll just create the VM on here. I'll just call it Kali, make it nice and simple. I'll need to select where the ISO image is, and you can see I've already pre-uploaded it. We can leave the system as it is. Disk, let's just leave as 32 for now. We'll give it a couple of CPUs. Memory, we'll probably give it a bit more than that. Should be enough for now. And then network, make sure we select the correct bridge that we want to use and go from there. So once that's finished commissioning, we can go into console, start the guest up, and go through this process. We'll probably go with the graphical install because it's by far the easiest. You can do it the other way if you like, but we might as well go with the simplest option. And then we'll select English and our region, and then again your keyboard layout. So it should hopefully find our mounts, and then installing components for our installation media and the hardware. So the good thing is it kind of does a lot of this for us. And then you've got the option of choosing a host now. I'm just going to keep it as Kali. And then we don't necessarily need that, so we can leave that one. And then a full name for your user. Let's give it that. The old password for now, and then we'll change that later on. Obviously, setting a poor password on Kali is really asking for trouble. And we've got the options there to whether we want to use the entire disks, set up an LVM, set up an encrypted one. We'll just use the entire disk. and then just, you've got the option there to do what you want, but we'll just go with the new user option. Click continue, and then confirm the changes. Okay, then we've got the option to whether we want to have a desktop environment, and you can change some of the options here. It's really up to you. So you can either use GNOME or KDE. As you can see, XFCE is Kali's default desktop environment, so we'll leave that. You've got a couple of options you can take in here as well. I strongly suggest just leaving it as default for now. You can add a lot of this in later on. It's going to pull all this into the installation for us. So hopefully you enjoyed the video so far. If you are, please hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll carry on. Okay, and when you get to this point, it's fine just to click continue. You need to make the newly inserted system by installing a bootable device. That'll do it. And it's just going to finalise the installation for us. Okay, so it's now saying the installation is complete. It is mentioning about removing the installation media. So all we need to do there is go, do not use any media, go back to console, and then click continue. It'll boot in 2 seconds now. As you can see, it's picked up grub, and then we've got the wonderful Kali symbol. And to log in, and there we are. That is as simple as it is to set up Kali Linux. Now, the rest of my videos will go a bit more in depth into the tools, but I'll just give you a quick overview of some of the ones you get when you add the standard packages. So you get information gathering, vulnerability analysis, which is quite useful, web application analysis, database assessment, password attacks. So if you want to do parse the hash, that kind of thing, wireless attacks. Again, always good to potentially test out your own wireless network. Bit of reverse engineering, exploitation tools, sniffing and spoofing, post exploitation, forensics, reporting tools, social engineering tools, and Kali, and offset links. And you can go into all applications and it'll give you the full list of everything it's got in here. There are more as well, so there are bits you can get from somewhere else to do bits, but like I said, this isn't designed for you to go off and start trying to hack people. This is designed for you to do a bit of penetration testing around your own home lab. So yeah, in one of the future videos, we'll cover off a lot more on some of these individual tools and what they can do. And of course, I am still joking. However, please do use this video for the right purposes and the right intended results. I don't want to hear of anybody using it for illegal activities, but Kali is there designed to help you learn, do penetration testing, become an ethical hacker, or just experience what it could be like to put yourself under attack in your own home lab environment. So hopefully you found this video useful. If you have, as I mentioned halfway through the video, you know what to do, and I will see you next time. And on the particular topic of Kali, I will cover off some of the tooling and how to use it in the correct manner to do penetration and threat analysis.